Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. In this video, I am using an exciting new mould from Moulds and Shapes, but also they have a brand new mould launch coming very soon. The video I'm doing today is oceans. It is still water, and guys, check this out. This is the brand new water effect mould from Moulds and Shapes, and this is the mould I'm using in today's video because I am still on oceans, but I need to show you these new moulds that are going to be launched very soon. So exciting. Next Saturday, a week from today, there is going to be a Moulds and Shapes collaboration using a range of their new moulds, but I am here to show you, they've told me I can show you what is coming from Moulds and Shapes. Exciting new homeware moulds. Guys, check this out. This is, they're huge as well. They're huge. They come in different sizes. This is a standard. This is a coffee, I think they're calling it the coffee and cake mold. So it's got a compartment for your cup. So it's got like an inner coaster and then a tray next to the coaster. Cannot wait to use this. Now this is the tea and coffee, or the tea and biscuits or coffee and cake mold. I will probably be using it for like my bathroom. I'm going to maybe have like an incense in here with some incense burners, or a candle in here and something else a little bit here. Next up, beyond excited, they have a whole range of trinket trays. Now I think I went for the small or the medium, and it's huge. It's a huge trinket tray. Look at this. It's an oval trinket tray with an inner lip and a bit of an outer lip, so like a staggered edge. This is gorgeous, and this is not the biggest they do, and this is a beast. Like, it's the size of my head. Gorgeous. Cannot wait to use this one. And they also sent me another tray mold. This is massive, absolutely massive. Look at this. Can we even see this? This is huge, guys. Bigger than my head. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous with this beautiful edging. I will get the right names for these and I will put it in the description box below. But lots of exciting updates to come from Moulds and Shapes. Not just the molds, there's also another exciting update that I cannot tell you about yet, but it's big. It's big, guys, it's big. So today's video, we're still on oceans. We're going to be using that water effect mold in today's video. Next week, well, the week after, I'm going to move on to autumn. I cannot tell you how excited I am to move on to autumn. Autumn! Oh, the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. So the mould itself is your typical high quality silicone from Moulds and Shapes. Super shiny. This is what is going to give us that absolutely stunning reflective water surface. Now, how you use this mold is entirely up to you. I was thinking about all of the possibilities whilst doing this. I did decide to make ourselves a real simple but beautiful blue ocean. The resin I'm using in today's video was sent over to me by Craft Resin. Do you guys remember? I used to work with Craft Resin years ago when I first started. They have sent me their entire range. Now, for this project, I am using their deep pour. I don't need to use a deep pour resin. This is only around 1 centimetre-ish deep. However, I like the idea of using a deep pour because it's going to give me a lot more work time. It's going to allow me real crystal clarity. Even though it's a 48-hour cure, I'm still going to use the deep pour for this project. Now, this is measurable by volume, 2:1. So we do not need our weigh-in scales for this. I'm going to use my calibrated cups. Now, these calibrated cups are quite big. I actually get these from Glasscast. Glasscast is an online store, so head over there if you fancy getting some real big chunky calibrated cups, and it's already got the measurements on the side for me. So I just pour part A up to where it says part A, and part B I pour in up to where it says part B. So on the side you would have seen there's various degrees of it going all the way up the side of the cup depending on how much you need. I'm just going to that very first A where it says 2:1. That's where I'm pouring to, and weirdly it was exactly what I needed. to the actual gram. Now, this glass cast resin does come in quite big containers, and the pumps came in the box with it, which I thought was really helpful. I'm not going to actually attach the pumps because right now I don't know I don't know if I'll need those, but it's definitely a helpful addition. Now, If you are new to deep pour resin, you will see a massive difference in the viscosity of this resin to any other resin. It's super watery, really long work time, and I'm going to be using alcohol inks. Now, because I want that real kind of typical, I would say, Outer Hebrides kind of, or Cornwall ocean, or for anyone who doesn't know their areas, I'm thinking Maldives. I'm thinking that crystal clear, stunning blue ocean that people can only dream about sometimes. That's what I'm going for. So I'm using all of my alcohol inks that are kind of, you know, replicas of that kind of color. So your cerulean blue and the basic ocean blue alcohol inks. I've got 4 different colors here, but honestly 2 or 3 of them look pretty similar. So the brands are different, but the colors are often quite similar. I'm using my dark blue for the dark blue ocean, you know, the deep ocean section, all the way down into that lighter turquoise, crystal Bora Bora kind of blue that I honestly adore. The beauty of alcohol ink is that even though I did get some bubbles in this resin, I stirred for 5 minutes. Naturally, I'm going to get bubbles. It is a deep pour, so I've got the luxury of time. I can set this resin to one side for an hour, even 2 hours, and allow all those bubbles to do those things. But all I need to do here is add the alcohol ink, which is already going to, because of the alcohol content, is going to help get rid of those bubbles. But also, I've got the luxury of time to use a lot of heat here. I really want to get these poured in the deep ocean, coming down to that really shallow turquoise ocean. But also, I've got the ability to use a lot of heat. Not only will the heat help with the bubbles, but I also want to blend the colours. I want these colours blended out, so you're not going to see these real harsh lines between them. I want it all blended, but still keep that ombre effect. I hope I'm making sense. So far, the resin was pretty easy. It was easy to measure out, easy to mix. The bubbles have pretty much already worked their way out of the resin. Again, we've got work time. We've got a lot of work time here because it is a deep pour. I'm using my heat gun. Now, I'm not holding my heat gun in one spot for too long. This silicone from Moulds and Shapes, again, they're all handmade molds, but they can withstand the heat from this kind of heat gun for quite a while. So again, do go easy. Don't hold your heat in one single spot for ages and ages and ages, but I did apply a lot of heat to this resin, just enabling me to move it around, blend it out, give it more of a real, natural, organic ocean look, and not just having these kind of harsh lines. Now, I did speed this section up for you here, but you can really see how much heat I've applied. Again, not holding it all in one place. Now, I really only stopped once I was happy, but I kept getting quite a bit of debris, like my room, guys. Oh, my room. There was just stuff flying around and just having to just take bits of fluff out every time I saw it get in there. And then I just continued to add in all of my colours until I pretty much used every drop of resin that I measured out. And that's the weird thing sometimes. Sometimes I measure out exactly what I need, and this day was no different. That was it. Every last drop of resin that I mixed up was used in this tray mold. Now, again, you could have added in different layers here. You could have just done a thin layer, added in some vinyl sharks, or painted in some under the sea ocean creatures. You could have laid down a quote. You could have done anything here. I decided to fill the mold straight to the top on my first use of this mold. But again, you could do it in 2 layers and add in some maybe internal ocean waves before back coating it. You could have really done anything here. Could have put my sharks in. You could have put your little metal sea inclusions in. Anything, you know, world's your oyster. This is what it's looking like on demold, and I'm obsessed. I am actually obsessed. I'm in love. There is something about the water. It's so calming. It kind of like made me straight away want to go to the beach, but our local beach does not look like this. Our local beach is brown, like the water's brown. The mold came away beautifully, and I really felt like being inside didn't do this justice. So I've put it in an IKEA box frame, and look at this. I'm taking you out into the sunshine to get the full effect of this mold and the resin. Everything about this came out perfect. There is not one single air bubble. Not one. Not one. It did take the full 2 days to cure. That's fine. I had all the time in the world when I was making this. I love it. I love the fact that I did dark blue at the top, coming down into lighter blue. You can see it in certain angles there, but the reflection, the water, doesn't it scream ocean? It also screams swimming pool. So if you had this mold, you could get those little miniature little swimmers. You know, you can buy like miniature people, miniature items. You could make a whole miniature world out of this. If you wanted to fill this mold halfway, put in some seashells. You could even put in a little bit of sand at the bottom, but I wouldn't put too much because again, that water might not necessarily come through. I was toying with the idea of, once I demolded it, creating an ocean wave straight across the center, but remembering what that would do is that might actually make that water ripple surface completely disappear. So I really didn't want to do anything that was going to impact or take away from that stunning surface. So my advice would be, if you had a mold like this, pour down your first surface, your thin layer, to grab that water ripple effect. Then once that's cured, you could add something in on the second layer. So inside the ocean, if you like, you could add a wave in there, or like I said, put any inclusions you've got down in there, paint on or draw on, or use your shrink plastic and create some under the sea ocean creatures before then finishing off your back layer. I, to be honest, wouldn't want to jeopardize that stunning surface by adding anything on top. So again, there's so many ways you could use this mold, but this is what I decided to do. What I feel it needs now though is a quote. I have put it in a box frame from IKEA. I put button feet on it, so those little rubber dots, the 3M rubber dots feet, and I glued them into the frame. Does it need a quote? Does it need to say, take me to the ocean, or I'm best at the ocean, or I'm an ocean girl, or something like that? It needs a quote either on the box frame itself or just inside around that inner frame. Let me know what you would do, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much to Moulds and Shapes for sending this over. I love it. I cannot wait to use it again. And yeah, thank you so much. If you've been with me here in the live chat, I appreciate you massively. If you're watching this, I appreciate you massively. Please leave a comment down below, but don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's the thumbs up that makes my videos get seen by YouTube, and they also send my videos out to people that have never heard of me. So I appreciate you all massively, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.